updated the channel for a while. Seems my computer's been under deconstruction for a good reason. I said to you that I was making 2 channels. Lies, it's lies. I'm actually making one, this one right now, JTech 359. I figured I won't be doing that many hardware reviews, and so I wouldn't be able to do a constant feed of hardware reviews, you know, once every week even. Wouldn't be able to do that. Because mostly it's mainly my hardware, or hardware that I deal with, and you know, without sponsors sending me hardware to review, because I'm not that big yet, I won't be able to do that. But I have got an update for you. Now, I will be doing my Minecraft Tech It as well, so I'll be adding that on my channel. Once the videos go up, you will see them in the playlist, so you can view them. The first one will probably be this one. Well, this is the first one. The R9 290, AMD's rival graphics card. Now, it's not the 290X, so don't get confused, but this is a beast graphics card. I just came back from PLE in Wangara, thanks to the guys there for that, and I bought one. So that's why my computer's been offline, and I haven't released a video to you yet. Now, to power that card, it's a 4GB, it's the Black Edition. I've got the box here. It is the Black OC Edition. Now, the only difference between the Black OC Edition and the normal R9 290 is it's overclocked. So it's got a slightly higher base clock and slightly higher overclock as well. Apart from that, I think the memory clock is higher. It states on here that the memory clock's something like 7,000. Here we go. It says the memory clock. Oh, it doesn't actually. That's interesting. Doesn't matter. So yeah, the R9 290. I'll be installing that and releasing pictures to you guys. Now, to power that, my graphics cards used to be powered by a 650 watt bit amp power supply. Now, it was just a quick power supply. I wasn't actually looking into it at the time. It was just one that I bought because, oh no, I forgot about the power supply when I first built my computer. So, I got a proper power supply. This is the Corsair RM750. 750 watt power supply. The amplitude on the 12 volt rail is a whopping 62.5 amps. Now, it's valued at $200 at PLE. And it's not a cheap power supply, but it's good for the value. It's also got a Corsair link if you want to link it up to a Corsair controller. This power supply hopefully should power 2 R9 290s. When I get another one, it'll power that. I'm running a 2600K Intel i7, overclocked to 4.8, no, 3.8, sorry. Now that chews a bit of power. So I'm wondering if I get another one of these, and I'm still overclocking at the time, it chews too much. But that 62.5 amp power rail should be able to handle it. So yes, I shall be releasing performance results of this card. It is a nice card, and I'll be making a funny video regarding the blower part of it. It is a loud card. Ooh, sticker. It is a loud card. And they call it the leaf blower, and you're going to find out why, because it's freaking loud. But yeah, I shall release those to you soon. Just going to go and install it. These cards are this is the XFX card. It's not Sapphire or any of that. Focus power. Hang on, let me focus. I'm going to assume that's in focus. Hey there, it's JTech 359 here, self-holding camera. I recently did a video, well this is more like a cut into it, hopefully it is. Basically the R9 290 that I talked about before, I've installed it, and the RM750 by Corsair, the power supply. This is the, let me just find it, there it is. This is the power supply I was using before. Right, ready? That's the power supply I was using before. It is a, let me focus, I'm using a DSLR. It's a bit ant. Let's see where it says. This is the one I was using before. You see it says there. What? On the 12 volt rail, voltage on the 12 volt rail, you get 18 amps and on the 12 volt rail you get 18 amps and 19 amps. On the Corsair RM720 it doesn't. Oh, it does say on the top. You can see there, 62.5 0.5 amps. So it's a lot more, and I'm actually starting to think that wouldn't have been able to run it. Hey, so it's a good decision that I actually got that new power supply. So it's in there at the moment. Let's get close up. So I've got the Noctua NHD14 there in my Cooler Master. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It's a half X case. The 942. That's it. Yeah, got it. Okay, so just turn the light on here. So you see it's a bit dusty, but yeah, NH14, 8W for the CPU, the 8 pin for the CPU. You got just an optical drive, not even connected. Reason being is I've got 6 hard drives. Solid state. That's the Samsung 840 Pro. That hits pretty high speeds, 128 gig. Western Digital blue, green, red, and then a nothing. Because in the top you got top and bottom, another 3 terabyte. They're all 3 terabytes. And then you got the R9 290, by Radeon XFX. This is the Black Edition, so it's actually overclocked. And we'll just search underneath. Now I did a bit of cable management. There we go. Did a bit of cable management, as you can see, into the back there. Same with everything else. And yeah, it's a very nice card. Come on, focus. Oh, you got it? You got it? No, it's infinite. Never gonna focus. There we go. Okay, so you got the kind of side vent there, Radeon stripes. You got the massive blower card fan there. You got, what I've done was I had to, pretty cool this, I had to 6-pin extension leads there to make it look nice. Basically what I did was, because I didn't have an 8-pin, if you can see there, it's an 8-pin and then a 6-pin. Well, what I did was, with the Corsair 750, the RM750, you get these. These are the PWM adapters. Now, what I didn't get, this is basically, here it is. This is the same one that I've got in there. Well, what I got was, that's connected to the actual, oh, come on, focus. That's it, whatever. That's the connection to the actual power supply. And then you get a 6-pin and an additional 2-pin. Okay, so that can do any graphics card, whether it's a single 6, 2 6s, a single 8-pin, or a 2 8-pin, right? Well, what I've got is a single 6 and an 8-pin. So all I had to do was extend it through on the simple 6 ones, and then kind of on the end one here, you strip it all the way back and peel it and separate it all the way back down here, and it just runs through the middle there. Runs through the middle, pops in there, and it's not really visible. Looks nice, so I quite like that. Yet to turn the card on. It's set in Uber mode, which is on the dial there. I'm not sure if you can see that. We'll just focus in. There it is. It's the that's on Uber mode. You just hang on, flick that over, and it switches over. It's got a metal frame, which I noticed. I was wondering if it did have a metal frame. It does, because it is quite a heavy card. I felt it, and it's really heavy. It does go over the Southbridge heatsink there. But yeah, it's a nice looking card. I'm going to turn it on soon and see how it runs. So yeah, that's that. Come on, focus. Okay, so I'm back. I'm just about to turn it on. I'll do that now. Wow, that was actually pretty quiet. I know the graphics cards actually spin up while they actually boot into BIOS and boot the BIOS. Boot device, blah 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 blah. Okay, that's just a cable then. I know they actually boot up loud, but that was rather quiet, especially compared to my other GPUs. Lights are working, that's fine. So yeah, that's working underneath. You can see there. It's a bit dark. Let me get my phone. Got a broken SATA cable somewhere. It's obviously been disconnected because I can't find the SSD. We'll just put a light on. Have that shine under there for you. So you can see that spinning there. Very nice. And it's blowing at the back. Oh, it should be. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So yeah, now I just got to fix this and set the boot device, because I was running off my iGPU while I sold my two 7770s. So I've got to switch back to that in the BIOS because I'm overclocking it at the moment and I don't want to use my iGPU. So I shall be back. Smile! A little update. Before I said the focus. Yeah. Before I said the SATA cable was broken, wrong. It's not the SATA cable. It's all of them except it's this power. None of my hard drives are actually turned on, including my solid state, and I forgot to plug in the two top drives here that go in the front. So that basically means that when I go into the BIOS, the only thing that's shown is actually generic device, storage device, which in other words I think is the front card reader there. So that's obviously not going to work, so I'm going to have to check the back connections. One of them was, I don't think, plugged in properly, but I'll go and check that now. There we go, back in. Finally, took its time. There's a very heavy case. That side panel is thick. I mean, real thick. So basically, just push this back in. That's it. Reconnect up the cables. Oh yeah, my display cables have fallen down. Oh great. Yay! Who wants cable management? I don't want to get those. I don't want to. Because they're falling down the back. Oh, there's one. There's one in there. It's kind of hiding. And, oh, great. I'll be right back again. There we go, got the little buggers up here. Okay, so basically, turn this on. There we go. Reconnected the drives, got the power going through. Yep, they're on, and they're on. Okay, cool. So yeah, quite quiet. But we'll boot it up. Get the drives installed and see how it goes. It's the, it hasn't got the modded firmware. Apparently, you could actually buy these R9 290s with a free, with a pre-flashed firmware that basically makes it the same performance as the R9 290X. Even though the R9 290X does seem to have some hardware difference. Apparently you can overclock this to basically the same. In fact, what the firmware does, the firmware update, low resolution, what the firmware update does is it sets that base clock higher as a default. Oh god, yep, this is going to be horrible. So many icons. Oh god, no. Okay, so this is going to be very crowded for a little while until these drivers get installed, which is probably going to fail. Oh, okay, that's interesting. We found it. Yeah, standard VGA. Okay, I can't wait to get my monitors working. I had monitors on here before to actually monitor the actual VRAM and all that. I only had 1 gigabyte last time, and now I've got 4. So interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what the fan mode's like, see how much noise it makes, see how much power consumption it has, and also to see if the 512-bit bus actually makes a difference. And also, my motherboard actually has PCI Express 3. Problem is, this card's PCI Express 3 as well. Problem is, the CPU apparently is dependent on the CPU. So this is a 2600K. Now that's an Ivy Bridge CPU. That's not, sorry, it's a Sandy Bridge, not Ivy Bridge. Sandy Bridge CPU, right? SandForce controller. Sorry, it's got a SandForce controller in it. Anyway, apparently they don't support PCI Express, PCIe 3. Which is weird, because why would you have a manufacturer such as Asus make a Sandy Bridge CPU motherboard, 1155 socket, when you can't use any other CPUs in there? I'm pretty sure you can't. I think I checked. Anyway, so that's that. We're going to check when we actually get a proper resolution running. This is horrible. I hate small resolutions. It's like less than 800 by 600. God, it reminds me of RuneScape. So small. Okay, so basically going to open up Internet Explorer because that's the only one I don't use, and therefore it has no tabs open. Ask me later. Now, usually you can just get the CD that it has. But first of all, if you use a CD, then you're going to be using old drivers, which is going to suck. Second of all, my don't know if you noticed, but I told you before, my SATA drive is actually disconnected. It's got power going to it, so it opens, but it hasn't got any data. Reason being is I literally have filled up all my data sockets, my SATA sockets. I literally have no SATA sockets left. So until then, until I get a RAID card, I was thinking about getting like a mini SAS RAID card. Turns a single connection, mini SAS connection, micro SAS connection, into 8 SATA sockets, which is pretty cool. So, okay, back. Oh, look, just finished. Open folder, gonna extract this into the default directory, whatever it sets it as. Yeah, there it is. Under the C drive, under AMD. Just install. AMD Catalyst. I've already got Catalyst software installed, the Catalyst Control Center, but obviously it hasn't got the drivers for AMD R9 290. So might as well download the latest version and install that. Catalyst, there we go. Hopefully the drivers are a lot better. I can barely fit on the screen. Look, it can't even fit on the screen. Hey, look at that. Got it kind of like, God, lucky. Freaking close. Install. We'll do custom. Because that's how we roll. Okay, super epic time jump. So basically it's finished. Get out of the way. God damn it. Little adapter from freaking Corsair. So many of them. We'll just finish up. Actions taken by blah blah blah. Reboot, yes. Force restart, yes. Okay. Now I'm wondering if it's louder once. I reckon it'll be louder once. Sorry, I was just listening to it. I reckon this will be louder once the actual software is installed, the drivers, because it might push it up to a higher standard fan speed. Bringing warp engines online. I think I'll change that now to warming R9 290 or warming graphics cards, or you know, something to do with warming graphics cards, or spinning up, or something cheesy. Yay! We have 1080p. Hello. We're back. Come on, focus. Focus. Why you do this to me? Shut up. I'll kill you. Okay, so these are my icons. I've got to clean my desktop. I admit it. Fine. Okay, so that's fine. I'll just open Catalyst Control Center. Okay. Now we should be able to go to Performance and Overdrive. There you go. GPU, ASUS Power Tweak. We'll just drag this out. ASUS Power Tweak there. Activity 0%. I would hope so. Not doing anything. Temperature 56 degrees. You're kidding me. Temperature 56 degrees. Focus. Focus. You can do it. I believe in you. That's it. 56 degrees Celsius. That's high. Epic fail. My camera filled up. Deleted some stuff. That's fine. I was at. Wow, that's high. That is 60 degrees. I mean, my two graphics cards, the 7770s I had before, even the top one, which was getting cooked by the bottom one, because they weren't blower cards like that one there, the R90, the 290, it was still lower than that. It was, what, 35 degrees maximum at idle. And especially when they went up to load, the highest they would get would be 60, 65. Okay? And yet this is sitting at 60%. 60 degrees at 20% fan speed, and AMD seem to think that's all right. I mean, if you look at the target GPU temperature, it is 95 degrees. they seem to think that's okay. Like, whatever that is in their head, seems that, well, let's just put our hardware up to 95. It can take it. They obviously believe too much. I mean, sure, you can do it. It'll sit at that, but it's not a comfortable temperature. 5 degrees off boiling point, guys. Seriously. Come on. I mean, I like to keep my hard drives cool, and I like to keep my hardware cool, because the hotter the hardware, the shorter the lifetime. Everybody knows that. I mean, silicon gets cooked in ovens, sure, but it's meant to be cooled just like a car engine. Even car engines don't go that high. Literally, the thermostat will kick in at 85 degrees. Your graphics cards are going up to 95. Hey, and you seem to think that's okay? That's like red bar for a car. Temperature. Anyway, that's that program. We're not going to be using that yet. I want to try and use my favorite one, MSI Afterburner. Just going to run here when it opens. Okay, so MSI Afterburner. It's got the AMD Radeon R9 290 series, 200 series, should I say. So you got the core voltage there. You just got to tick it in the program settings to unlock it. But you get the memory clock, the core clock, and the power limit, and the fan speed. We're going to turn this fan speed off and see how loud this baby gets. Yeah, so they call it the leaf blower for a reason. Yes, it gets hot. Yes, it's going to be loud. And just make sure you cover your ears if you think they're going to be bleeding. Okay, so we'll turn it off. Auto. We'll set it to 30. Okay. 50. Big change in sound. So, just zoom out here. Zoom. Okay, so start running. Loudish. I'll just change it while you're here so you can notice the difference. 50 up to 60, 70. We'll go 70. That is loud. That's like a vacuum cleaner. 80. Okay, that's coming to a hairdryer next to your face. 90. That's like, what? 100. Holy Jesus, that's crazy. What the actual fuck? There is so much air coming out the back right now. Let me just get a piece of paper to show you guys how much air is coming out. Ready? Literally pinning it against the wall. Hey, for a second, look, the cables are loose. You can hold that there for the amount of air it's pushing out. What the hell? Seriously, check it. Those cables are loose. Check that out. Hey, coming straight out the graphics card. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the leaf blower. That's just absolutely insane. Okay, so obviously that is totally hearable through my headphones while I'm playing games. So at the moment it's 48 degrees Celsius at idle temps on 100% fan speed. 47, yeah. But obviously we're not going to be using that all the time, so we'll bump it down to 25. There you go, the lowest it goes. That was loud. Okay. I'm not sure what the audio quality is like with that on my camera, but that was pretty loud. That was like 2 hair dryers stuck to your face, running around in circles, full ball. So, yeah, we're definitely not going that high ever again. Except when we're overclocking. But that was just insane. Sam Wakeling, if you're listening, can you bump up your 2680s that you've got in SLI, your 2680s? Could you bump them up and see how loud they get? I'll be interested in comparing it to seeing how loud this gets. So that was crazy. Apparently this is pretty powerful. You can adjust your GPU temperature by clicking. You can't drag. That's stupid. You can't drag it. You have to click. So in the middle is power limit zoom, power limit 0, GPU clock 0. So you can go up to the top or the right, and the power limit increases. Power limit increases. We can go up, and the GPU clock increases. So if we wanted like a high GPU clock and the same power limit, you just go up here. If you wanted a lower power limit but a higher GPU clock, you go here. The red hot area is obviously the oh, come on, Zoom, why are you doing this to me? Thank you. The top right is power limit 49%, GPU clock 51. So that's basically the highest it goes. That's quite a bit of difference. That's a half of an overclock more. So GPU clock 52% more. And you can go down to the green area if you want power savings and lower temperatures. Obviously at the massive cost of performance. I mean, this is called the Titan Destroyer for a reason. Literally because performance per dollar, this absolutely destroys it. However, it does come at the cost of you know, being really loud and really hot. If you can, try and wait for the aftermarket coolers that Asus is releasing in January 1st of next month, about a month from now. Asus will be releasing that. It's I think their twin Frozen design or their direct cooling DCU design. Apparently that's really nice, and I wouldn't mind attaching that afterwards. But in the future, I think I'm going to be doing water blocks. So when I do eventually get another one, it's going to be a while from now. I had to go out of my way to try and get this. Oh, it zoomed in. It might be a while from now, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Well, at least I know my power supply can handle it. I bought that today, and going to do some gaming and Bitcoin mining. Yes. Bitcoin mining, Litecoin mining, and Doge coins. Yes, if you've heard of Doge coins, then I'm going to have fun mining them. I sold my graphics cards and then I found out about Doge coins. I'm like, oh damn, because apparently they mine really fast, even on low-end graphics cards. I was like, oh damn, I haven't got any Doge coins. Can't mine them with CPUs, but I'm going to give that a shot and see how many I get. So that's basically it for the R9 290. I'll be posting results, performance results later on. I'm obviously I'm overclocking my CPU, so the results may be different, but the GPU is not going to be overclocked when I do post the results. So don't be surprised if they're different from like Linus Tech Tips or anything like that. Their results, they're going to be different because they overclock theirs, which personally is a good idea because it actually goes to the physical limit of the card, which is kind of what you pay for. I mean, you pay for a card, you get the most out of it, and you just see which card is the best, literally. I mean, for example, this card, you know, you do a review on this card and it's like, oh, it's weak, you know, why not get the 290X or the Titan, you know, the 780 Ti? And then you go, oh, but what if you overclock it? And, you know, you look at the results and then you compare it to overclocked results, massive difference. I mean, this nearly comes out on top, and it's basically in line with the 290X, especially the massive difference in, you know, cost per dollar. I mean, cost per dollar, performance per dollar. But, yeah, so that's that installed, running. I'm JTech359. Thanks for watching this video of the review of the R9 290. If you liked it, click the like button. If you want to subscribe and see more, click the subscribe button. JTech359 out.